How's it going, guys? Off the Decks podcast here. Back with episode God knows what. We'll put it right here. We got Spinny, Vincenzo Vision. Today we got my boy, Retrac in the building. Introduce yourself, man.
What's going on? My name is Carter. Some people know me as Retrac, and I'm from Ottawa.
All right, cool. That was a minimal introduction, but I guess that's what this is for. Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I guess so.
All right, so you're a man of many things. I first knew you as a DJ, and then, as we became friends, I kind of figured out that you are actually employed. Talk about that.
Yeah. A lot of people know me from DJing, I guess. I started DJing when I was in elementary school.
Some people don't even know that.
Yeah, passed down through the ages. So my dad was a DJ. My brother was a DJ. Linearly, I'm also a DJ. Yeah, I started in elementary school. I think in first grade, I DJ'd my elementary school dance.
Bro, yeah.
Crazy,
So-
insane.
I don't know anyone that's done that, so first guy to do that.
Yeah.
The soldier boy of DJing.
I was DJing for Montessori private school, like their grad dances for their grade
Yes.
6 classes before I was even in grade 6. So
Yo, that's crazy. That's a flex. That's insane.
it was fun. It was a fun way of music became like a passion.
And that's when music was
a
really
hobby.
good.
It was great. And I think it was a cheat code for my brother who was getting paid to do it, who could sit in the back on his phone because I knew the music. And so I knew what the people wanted.
Okay.
I know in elementary school that grade 1 dance, it was The Climb by Hannah Montana.
Damn, it's
Ooh,
always
that's
gonna
a
be
memory.
That was the banger that all the girls wanted. I threw it in knowing, and oh my god, it was shut down.
Would the guys get upset? Because I remember, I have a memory in my childhood brain of just them playing that in grade school, and then all the boys, they said one last song, and then next thing you know, all the boys started walking towards the door, and the
Yep.
girls lost their mind.
Yeah, 100%. It was
Yeah,
just
that
like
sounds
that.
so
It's
primary school, yeah.
So segregated of I'm a guy, I can't listen to Hannah Montana.
It
And
wasn't
was
cool. And then we
no,
go home and watch
not
it.
at all.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I was watching Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
For real.
No, it's just to me, it was automatic. It's I know what they want. This is what they want. I mean,
Bro, what
You
year
can-
is this? Give it. What's a timestamp?
how old are you when you're in first grade? 6?
I think 6. Yeah, because
6?
JK's 4, SK's 5.
Not to drop the govy or anything. 2008?
That's crazy.
2008-ish?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I want to think that's Hannah Montana Prime.
Definitely.
Somewhere around there.
Bro,
so.
2000s. That's before No Hands was made, I'm pretty sure. Or the year No
Waka
Hands was-
Flocka,
Yeah,
no
dude.
hands. Yeah, that's 09.
Yeah,
09, 11.
Yo, this
era.
guy might be Unk.
Somewhere between Hannah Montana, The Climb, and Waka Flocka.
No, because those movies. No,
The
for real
craziest
though. No,
timeline.
but I forgot. Yeah,
That's
grade one, I
how
guess
Spinny divides up his life.
Well, no,
shit, you
real
listened to
talk,
music
though.
before No Hands came out? You are Unk.
Right?
That's
No, real
crazy.
shit though. Step Up.
That's
You remember
wild.
the movie Step Up?
Yep.
And that No Hands was in it. That's how I got put on to music.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. Would you say since you became a DJ? I mean, in grade, we'll say grade 1. What was your first source that put you on, quote unquote?
My siblings.
Okay.
So my sister is 9 years older than me, and my brother is 12.
Oh,
years
word.
older than
Okay.
me. So
okay, you're not Unk. My bad.
they are Unk.
Almost.
They're Unk and
No
auntie.
one's Unk. It's okay.
Yeah, there's quite a big age gap, which I benefited from tremendously.
Oh, for sure.
They put me on things that no other person my age would be involved. Kanye West was my favorite artist since I was a kid.
Damn.
And that's something you can hear you hear Graduation on the radio in those days, but it's different when I'm listening to the earlier discography. So that was something that I benefited from greatly, honestly, throughout my life. But yeah, they put me onto a lot of good music, and that's where I was introduced to the songs that kind of gave me a bit of my early development.
Okay.
That's where I really started to incline towards. I love music, and I was just listening to music that wasn't on the radio. I think radio music for a while is just bland.
Yeah, it's
So-
kind of coworker music. That's what they call it.
Yeah, I think the music you can listen to when there's somebody else that influences you can definitely put you on
100%.
They put me on hip hop rap. My dad put me on to rock. It took a lot longer to acclimate to that. And that being said, now it's all I listen to in my spare time. But yeah, that's probably the early beginnings.
Your sources. Okay. So would you say that DJing in the clubs was sort of obviously it's a lot different, but musically, what would you say the difference was between moving from parties, house parties, than doing clubs with obviously I guess older people like in their 20s?
Yep. I was completely unprepared.
Okay.
I just played what I knew worked for my age group, and it just so happened to just get by.
At that time too, for sure.
Yeah, like I was 16 the first time I DJ'd at a club,
Okay.
and I think part of my novelty.
Crazy sentence.
Right?
Yeah.
That doesn't
Crazy
exist
sentence.
anymore. No, I'm being serious. You know, no one does that. Like no one's DJing clubs at 16, bro. Real shit.
So yeah, that was I guess that was interesting at the time. I that's why I say I think it's part of the novelty is how young I was, and then the music I was playing. So
Okay.
like I said, growing up with older siblings, it brings a different sort of maturity,
Of
and I
course.
think that the music that I had been listening to my whole life is the music these people grew up on.
Yes.
And so I was able to kind of bring in songs that maybe people from my age group wouldn't listen to that I thought were bangers. And these people happen to think they were bangers too.
Yeah.
First time, I got to say, I walked in there. I was stressed. I did not think it was going to go well. And
As we all are.
the bar staff, I wish I could shout them all out. There's too many of them.
Shout out. What club?
This was at Season Saturdays. So at the time, that was being held at the Red Lion.
Is that
which
still up on your IG?
I
If we
want
scroll all the
to
way
think
to-
I archived it by now,
Okay,
but crazy pick.
Bro,
that
the
was
blue shirt, bro. With the
no,
glasses. Is
no.
that-
It
I'm
was
thinking of
it
a
was a
different one?
beige sweater, but the
Okay.
lighting probably changed it.
Okay.
It was called the Red Lion. Since then, it's been renovated a few times, and now that's where King Eddie is on Clarence Street.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, it was taken over on Saturdays. They called it Season Saturdays. That was my first go. Their DJ called in sick.
Shout out.
It worked out for me. The promoter that was running that venue had seen a post on World Star that I had been tagged in quite a bit, and then that was his main.
If you
source
know,
of
you
awareness.
know. If you know, you know.
Yeah. So, World Star put me on for sure.
As they do.
Which very many people don't, in a good way, get to say.
Yeah, usually it's like,
Yeah, usually it's
fuck,
better than
World
words.
Star
So,
posted
you
my
know,
shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a pretty sick video. I want to think if I could scroll down deep enough, I could find it. It was so long ago, but
We're in a basement. It's pretty similar to the video right here.
yeah,
Just look up.
I mean, to give a brief explanation, the video was taken in the basement of a house party I was DJing at, and from the basement you could see the floor moving inches. Typically, that is what you see before the floor collapses. Luckily, it didn't in this case, but
Is this video still up? Not World Star, but I
Since-
swear I seen it like less than a year ago.
you know what? If I go through my camera roll, I might have it. But I think since the change in ownership on World Star, they might have wiped the account.
Okay.
But this was years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I had the people behind my back. The guy that took the video, I went to high school with, he sold it to World Star. I want to think he made like $400.
Yeah. Shout
But
out
when
to
you
bro.
sell it, like they don't take any credit. They don't do any of that. So
Okay.
he might have gotten like video credits, but everyone was just tagging me because they knew that was the party I was DJing, and so it was just my name was all over the comment section. And yeah, this guy saw the video and he's like, "Yo, my DJ pulled out. Can you come make it?" And this is like, to give you context, I'm sitting in bed playing like a Halo campaign in my underwear on like a Saturday night. I have nothing to do. I'm just lounging, and then this happens like 2 hours before I'm supposed to be starting. So no preparation. It was pretty much like you say yes, you go. You say no, you get to sit at home and regret it. So that was my first exposure to nightlife. So
Fire. And that's how usually it works. Like you go, you're just kind of chilling, and then you get that one opportunity, you seize it. It
Yep.
works, you know.
My weird question: how did you get there? Did you be like, "Hey, ma," like? How did you have to?
Yeah,
or,
oh my
like,
God,
did you
like
order a
you're way-
taxi,
yeah,
or,
what did
like,
you say?
Hey, mom, I have to go play in a nightclub.
I'm very thankful to have a father who's been where I've been. He's like the OG.
Okay, yeah.
He did this. He grew up from a really small town up in Northern Ontario, and he was like the DJ of the town. So actually, very similarly, I feel like he probably started around 16, where like he was at the bars and stuff, and it blows me away how his parents let him do it, but he got away with it. So he was definitely
Back in the day, DJs were like not a job anyone wanted.
and so he was the one who was very happy about it and very supportive. My mother, on the other hand, is like, isn't that where people get shot and stabbed and killed? And
Yeah,
like,
I was like, yeah, that's definitely what the mom would say,
truthfully, yeah, sure, yes,
Wow,
that's
that was only like twice a month. Like,
Yeah.
relax.
Yeah, so my dad definitely drove me. He took me. She was saying be safe and freaking out because she had no time to prepare for it either. So it worked out.
Scary. 16-year-old kid going to DJ where it's like 19 plus. Downtown, Clarence Street, you know?
It was honestly the
Not to sound
environment.
soft or anything, but fuck, I'd worry for
The environment was like really amazing. The security staff, shout out to them as well. You know who you are. They were awesome. They loved it because people would be buying me drinks because they thought it was crazy.
They
how I was
thought
like a
you
young
were a-
DJ, and so I couldn't drink, and I knew better to be doing 16 years old.
Yeah, they'd beg you so hard if you were drinking. Oh, for
And
sure.
like in the summer, this is when like police go and just do the walkthroughs. There was 3 times I saw the cops walking through, and to me, I'm like freaking out, thinking, "Yo, am I gonna get arrested?" I didn't realize it was a thing yet. But yeah, people would just leave their drinks, and then the security would take them and dispose of them. So they were happy about that.
Bro, other people are like getting their moms to like call to make them a dentist appointment. Here you are asking your mom to go DJ. So I'm like,
Yo, I'm
can't lie.
telling you, this guy actually lived a really sick, crazy
I
life.
can't lie. I still make my mom make me doctor's appointments. I can't do that.
Yeah, bro, shout out
Yeah.
all the moms and like dads everywhere helping, man. Because a lot of DJs, it's like not necessarily a job you can be like, hey, I'm stopping. Like, I want to become a DJ and I want to do this. And it's like, oh yeah, if you have people that support that, it's real. Because
Yeah,
shout out to my parents,
facts.
man. No cap.
And even like anyone in the creative scene, like if you're watching this,
Yeah,
and
it's
anyone
with content a
any of
lot.
your parents are supportive or just like accepting of being in the creative
Really
scene,
appreciate that, honestly.
stop this video, go thank them right now because
cap.
there's a lot of parents that aren't
Thanks,
that
Mom.
supportive like that. So it's something that you should
She
be grateful
definitely
for
heard
to a limit. Like,
Parents
100%.
especially, but like close friends too. Like honestly, at the end of the
Hundo.
day,
Hundo.
your closest friends.
That's
could
the
be
thing that people don't talk about a lot.
100%. And like, I mean, you know this from having events and your friends always coming out to them.
Bro, it's support is the biggest thing.
I'm sure you know this with like your friends always promoting your content, watching, being the first to comment. Like friends, as a true friend, it costs absolutely nothing to support your friends and like help make them better. So for the ones that do, much love.
Clip
you guys
that.
you guys are amazing.
Clip that.
I love anytime Spinny like says anything, he's like, clip that, we'll edit that in. I'm like,
It's not
fuck, I
me.
got it.
It's
I was
Dan.
like, guess I'll clip
Dan's
that
like,
later.
"Fuck it."
Might as well point right to Dan and be
Look into
like,
the camera and
yo,
he's
Dan,
like,
by
yo,
the
Dan,
way.
by
Oh,
the
Dan,
way.
by the way,
that.
yeah, that's going to be a clip later. Honestly, it's
dope,
true,
bro.
though, because I definitely think that the more successful people in life have supportive teams. They have like a
You
team
need it.
behind them.
You need it.
Because I mean, not to use like this as an example, it's very general, but Drake, right? Bro, that OVO team, there's like what 40, 50, God knows how many guys are on that team to make Drake who he is. So you can't really do that like just by yourself. I mean, there's some people that are him, of course. Like if you're, you're one of one, but
You can only get so far though. It's hard to scale.
100%,
And that
100%,
supportive team through like the ups
especially
and
in
downs.
the creative industry.
Like think about like his friends like Ovio Nico. Those ones
Yeah,
have been like,
OVO Liam. Yeah. I'm joking.
but like Drake's friend Ovio Nico, bro, you can get pictures of him like them driving like a Honda Civic together, like they've been together from time. So it's just like having those people. Where
That's
it's just,
that's
like,
support too, though. Real
for
talk.
over a decade, like supporting them. So it's it helps you a lot overall with like confidence of like there's lots of self doubt
meet
within
Drake,
the creative
Carter?
world.
And it goes both ways. No.
Okay.
Almost, but no. It goes both ways though, because like they were those guys that were there from the very beginning with him, and then you could see the love is reciprocated now. Like those are the
Oh, for sure.
Those
Yeah,
are the
yeah,
names
for sure.
because like that camp is massive, like over 100, probably
Yeah,
over
40, 50 is
200,
not.
like,
Yeah, there's way more.
like we're talking many people that are involved in like making sure all this goes down, and like those are people that are on payroll because of what they've helped in the long run.
And
what
they've had to
done.
build a build a trust to get to that point too.
100%. And like, people are putting their lives on the line. Like there's people that are, you always, I'd say you always hear about some people. There's a lot of people in the shadows are the ones that are doing the work that no one else wants to do. And like, they're also, maybe they can't be put on the stage and had spotlight on them, but they're doing real shit. So
100%.
yeah, that's the big thing, right? Especially with like artists, that's like a big debate.
I mean,
For
in the rap game especially, like,
Oh, dude. Well, Drake is a great example. Look at his other artists that are part of like OVO, right?
yeah, or even just think like to get to the point you're at, and the beef that you're involved in, like someone's got to bring a gun in the club, and sometimes that person's got to be willing to do life to keep you in business. So
Some real shit.
that there's plenty of those in all the camps, and maybe they're not public, maybe their names aren't as big as the rest, but like they are just
there are those people.
everyone has their role. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Would you say that, I mean, we haven't talked about your, quote unquote employed yet. So would you say DJing created the opportunities or even the job itself, or is that a whole separate thing?
It's funny you say that, actually. My whole life, I never really looked at DJing as a job. I didn't think it would be feasible. If you asked someone, like just a regular person on the street, like, name a DJ, they can probably, and I mean, now it's different. I think DJing has become more mainstream, and you see a lot more people that are interested in EDM, especially,
Yes,
and that's where you find more DJs. But I'm thinking, like, if 6 years ago you ask someone, like, yo, can you name a DJ? DJ Khaled, probably one of the first ones to come up with. Like,
Pauly D.
Pauly D, sure.
David
but like,
Guetta, but like they're
Guetta.
but if you think about like DJ Khaled, that's not really someone who's a DJ anymore. Like I couldn't say he makes his money from DJing. He makes his money from production,
Yeah.
or like management or whatever it is he actually does behind the scenes. Yeah, he started as a DJ. So
I just
like,
got what you said. Whatever you did.
he started as a DJ, but like his name is DJ Khaled. You can same way you can say your name is DJ Spinning. My name could be DJ Retrac, but like that's not what he does anymore.
Yes.
But everyone knows him as a DJ. That showed me like, well, maybe DJing isn't really the only avenue. Like maybe that's just something you can do, but that's not where the money's at. So I never saw it as a job.
Sometimes I'm gonna be honest, coming from a guy who does it, bro, to be a full-time DJ, it's not easy. I'm very fortunate to live at home.
You know what? Yeah, and I think it's something where if you told people how much you make in a night, they could kind of perceive it wrong. Like,
Yes.
oh, you can't complain about not making money. Well, it's different though, because like maybe you're only DJing one night a week. Maybe you DJ
Exactly.
both weekend nights, and now your Friday, Saturdays you're dedicated to DJing, and you can't go out and enjoy your social life.
Exactly.
Maybe the money that you're making, yeah, it looks good on paper, but do you know how much DJ equipment costs? Have you ever paid for a record pool?
Dude.
Like
This baby right here?
yeah, like
Like $2K,
if
not
the
more.
CRA does an audit and they look at what I charge for
Sorry, Mom.
expenses for record pools, they probably freak out and think there's no way music costs that much. But it's
yeah.
insane how much record pools can
I'll give an
cost.
example right now. BPM Supreme and heavy hits are 20 USD a month. Now let's convert that. Not
In
cheap.
The fiscal year of 2024, I believe I reported 1,800 Canadian dollars in expenses, and all of that was just music. Like I didn't add anything else in. That was just music, and that's
Yeah, I did
Three
that.
pools.
Yeah. I'm not going to disclose the amount of my expenses because mine weren't just that, but I definitely would say ballpark that amount.
and like. It's not to say like, oh yeah, that's how much I spend on music. It's just that's sometimes to get the access
You
to.
got Beatport too, eh?
That's the one that costs the most money. It's 40.
Are you buying individual
47
songs?
USD?
Oh
a
no, you're
month.
not. You're buying a plan. Okay.
Yeah, but even then,
Wait,
like,
huh?
yeah, it's insane.
50 USD is
And it's
crazy.
streaming too. It's not even you don't own the music.
And you can't record while like
Ah,
using it.
that's what they want you to think. That's what they want you to
Pioneer
think.
internal recording. Yes, we know.
All you need is 2 RCAs and a
No cap.
sound card.
That is true. And like what is a sound card like a hard drive?
You get like an iStream,
Okay.
or an iRig Stream Pro,
Yes,
or something
yes,
like
one
that.
of
You can
those.
find those.
So
Okay.
to get back on Sky, I kind of still want to know a little bit more about your career. So start DJing 16
Yep.
Club. What was the next big thing to kind of happen to your career to
Ooh.
lead you to where you are today?
Good question. So 16, I was DJing these pop-up nightclubs. It was one of those things where the DJ called in sick. That was like my moment. I want to think I killed it. I think I did pretty well. And one of the guys that was bartending that night, he took a liking to me. He put me on to Ottawa Warehouse.
Ooh, shout out Warehouse.
This is like prime Warehouse days,
like
and
an
I don't want
OG
to not to
spot.
hate on where Warehouse is today, but this is the days of like you would line up outside Warehouse,
Yeah.
and it would be a line on the block, and you'd choose to be in line.
I heard Warehouse was the shit back then.
Like this was insane. My second shift at Ottawa Warehouse was Canada Day, and I showed up, and the line on Clarence Street went down to Atari. So like it would.
Bro, that's no right
crossed,
now.
It crossed the street. It
Oh
crossed,
wait, I just realized how what?
yeah, like it crossed Dalhousie.
Damn,
So
that's fucking crazy.
That's
So,
insane. I don't even know how to
Pass-
I can't even picture that.
Past
Yeah.
Tropical, past Tomo, past Berto.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. So actually, no, this was my first shift. Because I brought my equipment and it came in this big metal flight case, and I
That's
walked
actually
in there,
crazy.
and security kicked me out because they said, "You don't DJ here," and they laughed at me because I was 16. So warehouse, it worked out.
Bro,
It was
what the
it was
fuck?
awesome. That was like where I got to be in front of people consistently.
And you were still 16 at the time?
Yeah, they.
Oh, damn.
From what I understand, I think someone from the ownership group had to sign off on it because they've never hired someone that young. It was like a flight risk.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I didn't
Like,
have
are
smart
you allowed to
serve.
talk about? Okay, okay. you're
Yeah,
allowed
yeah,
to
no,
talk
I
about
didn't
this?
have
Okay.
smart serve or anything, so it's
No, you don't need that to spin, though. Yeah,
But it's odd to have that in
Within a place
setting.
of alcohol, because like
Yeah,
once you're in a restaurant and then past it's that whatever 9 p.m. you have to be like, okay, you have to leave now.
right. And I think everyone inside that establishment had to have their smart serve regardless. Just it's a bar. So that was when I was 16 still. So that gave me something consistent, something I could look
like,
forward
was it
to.
a residency?
Yeah, sure. you
Okay,
can
so
call it that.
shout out first residency.
Yeah, you can call it a residency, I guess. Not DJ pay. I'll put that out there.
right.
Anyone that's ever done a warehouse.
Oh yeah,
understands.
if you know, you know. Yeah,
But it's somewhere to start, and I
of course.
definitely like invaluable experience to be out there and like get used to the video DJing I've never done before. That was really cool. With their music videos, and that introduced me to a ton of new people. When I was 17, I started DJing in Hull at formerly Volt Maison Parma 175. I don't believe it's a club anymore. I believe it's a high-end establishment now. But that was when I was 17. And so it felt like no matter where I was DJing, even when I go to Hull, which is like an 18 drinking age, I still can't legally drink there. So that was interesting to be just hopping between provinces. It still didn't matter. I was still underage no matter where I went.
Yeah, DJing in Quebec or DJing in Ontario.
Yeah.
16 is cooked. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. And then when I turned 18, I
Okay.
came back to Ontario to do residencies in Ontario nightclubs. Once again, still can't legally
Crazy.
drink at the
Yeah,
clubs
like I
work.
said, bro, when I started, there was no DJ that was 18 DJing in
Yeah.
the clubs, bro.
And so that was like when I was actually doing residencies. Until then, it was like I would fill in. You know, I'd be like that guy.
6 men.
Yeah.
Fire.
But this is when I started getting that consistent. I would start expanding. I never really went out of my way to start meeting the people. I didn't do too much like outreach or anything. It was mostly word of mouth, which is I'm super grateful for people who put me on.
Shout out word of mouth in Ottawa. It helps
Yeah,
a lot. 'cause city's
100%.
small, right?
100%. And you doing marketing is nothing compared to someone else vouching for you. So
100%.
it really helped me out. So that was it. It got me there, and then you know what? Bring it back to warehouse to wrap it all in full circle. That's actually where I was
Is this like
recruited.
peak COVID, would this be?
This is 2021 is when I
So
was recruited.
Mask era.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when I was recruited for my first ever music festival, and that's how I started Escapade.
Okay.
So
Did you spin there before you worked for Live Nation?
at warehouse.
Or you said
Where?
that's how you started your Escapade?
Yes,
thing?
yes. So that's where I joined. Shout out Corby,
Okay.
Corby's team. Corby pitched me the year before. He's like, "Yo, you should drive around golf carts for DJs. I feel like you could do that." And I always knew Corby is like that. He's like one of the craziest guys you can meet, but he always had something going on.
Okay.
And so I was like, you know what? For some reason, I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I agreed. Didn't work out that way. He had me doing some manual labor. I loved it.
All
It
right.
was awesome. That opened up so many doors. We were doing festivals here, festivals in Montreal. It was amazing. Meet so many great people.
I didn't even know. And you know what's crazy? I didn't even know this until we actually became homies. And I was like, dude, like, wait, you need a cake for what? Like, Steve,
Yeah.
like, what? Like, you work with these guys? So when you started, was it you're like thrown into the fire right away? You got to deal with all these people, or it's you worked your way up to the manager position?
The latter. So
Okay.
when I started, I was building fences around the perimeter of the festival and doing
Damn.
like handyman work that I feel like you probably can't be like just different things here and there. Like you could hire someone to put up a fence, sure, You can hire
Hire
someone
like a company. You know?
Yeah, you can hire someone to put down the turf
Mm-hmm.
for the parking lot stage, sure. But we were kind of the team that would do it all. It was comprised of a bunch of people, typically bartenders from bars in Ottawa. I think when I started, everyone that was on the team worked at warehouse.
Okay.
And then beyond that, it became like everyone worked at warehouse at some point. So again, like it's an invaluable experience. It opens up those doors, and started doing that. Did that for a couple of years. Did that in a couple different places. Our role kind of evolved as to what we did exactly. You could never really put a label on it because we did everything. So they called us Black Ops because we would just do it all. And I mean like all. Like you would see us in every department doing a little bit of everything, and so it was. Trying to think what the year would be, but I just decided like you know what, I loved doing this. I feel like I've kind of phased out of having as much fun as I was originally doing this, but I really am interested in the artist side because people would ask me about like if I want to be on a big stage, if I want to be in the spotlight. I was always more interested in like how the mechanics happen behind the logistics of how things work.
We could tell, bro.
And so I wanted to see the back end of that, and so that's kind of why I got into Escapade. And they actually sat me down in that meeting and said, like, are you here because you want to DJ, or are you here because you want to like make it happen?
That would have been crazy. It's like, yeah, I just want to spin. You want to run me like a set or
Well, you know what? And it's like, I want to
Crazy like red pill or blue pill.
Yeah.
Both, you're like
no cap.
Both of them are
Employment or
sick.
unemployment.
And
Decide now.
I want to think they would have given it to me too.
That's lit.
And it's just not for me. Like I don't think I'm a good enough like EDM or house or whatever music DJ for you to even waste your time on me. Like I think there's so many other professional like local talents that maybe they're hidden gems that deserve that space, and it wouldn't be for me. Like even if
Fair.
it was given to me, I don't think it would be right.
Which is great self-awareness, because some people that don't have the skill whatsoever are like, I deserve to be there. So it's
Hand up.
crazy that you're like the opposite.
I'm
So
not the
it's
kind of guy you'll see.
All you 1 hour set DJs, if you really want to do Escapade, get great. Not just get good, get great, because 1 hour sets means you're DJing less frequently, which means you're going to complain more about the, and yeah, this is totally not from personal experience from other people for sure, but you're going to experience more when you don't practice. And like he said, if you don't work your way up the ladder and don't eventually try new things, maybe it's not the passion for everyone, but you got to step out of your comfort zone no matter what job, like no matter where. Like, did you really want to do the labor? No, but did it work? Yes. And did it get you somewhere? Yes.
Actually, I did want to do the labor.
Actually, Cap, you did say that. No, he's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. No,
I don't
I
know.
do
I
wanna
don't know.
do
This is branding if you're just saying that. But
No, I did want to do it. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I've never been to a music festival before that.
Okay.
So I thought, like, this is awesome. I'd never.
wait, you never went to Blues Fest like Yachty and Migos?
Okay, Cap. No, I mean, like, EDM.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'd never been to, like, an EDM festival.
Yeah.
I remember, like, when I was younger, I would, like, listen to some of that music because that was kind of a thing. But it was also,
Yeah, like
kinda-
Martin Garrix and shit.
Yeah, but it was also kind of like weird because like when you're in elementary school, other people don't listen to it. It's like you don't want to be the only one at times. So
Well, yeah, bro, you're probably putting people
kind
on
of like
shit.
I was kind of in and out of it. I'd never really been into it, but then like I don't know. I know the culture was really cool around it. I heard a lot of good things. So yeah, I was totally down to do it. But
Were you putting the people that you were friends with onto like that music that you would find?
I don't really know I don't even know if they cared that much at the time.
Because like you know how, let's say for example, I'll send you like a random song or an edit. Would you do that, but like go to school and tell your boy like, yo, dude, this song is crazy? Like when you guys were like in grade 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like you have to.
I don't know if it was as effective
Interesting.
in elementary school as it would be in like high school, for example.
Agreed. Agreed.
But yeah, and I think it's one of the most fulfilling things to enjoy something and think, I think you're going to enjoy it too, and then give it to someone and then have them enjoy it. Like it's so nice to have that feeling of like, I'm so glad that we can both enjoy this together. It's like, I don't know, it's weird, but it's
Nah, sharing music it's a thing.
it's
for sure.
awesome to share
dope.
music. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially the bangers and like the stuff that like gatekeeping music is one thing. Some people about
What
that.
do you, yeah, okay. So since you deal with like bigger artists, what are your thoughts on gatekeeping and even like big artists gatekeeping music?
I don't even think that they do it that much. I think like the biggest artists are the ones that want to share it the most. And maybe that's also a trend that's getting around now. Like people are sending their edits out. They make an edit, they send it out. Like
Yeah, a lot of
get-
100% because they want the other DJs to play it, right?
Yeah, well, they want the DJs to play it. They want feedback.
Yeah.
I think like
I gotta start doing that. I gotta start making edits.
yeah, I think like you can get like really good feedback from people. I'd say a crazy example is when we were doing our DJ battle. I was up at God knows what hour practicing, and I'd
Shut up,
I'd be recording these sets. And I'd send them to friends that don't listen to music, and don't know those deep cuts that I was explaining. And some people would just be like, "So, why does it sound like that?" And that would just be like all I need to hear is like, okay, well maybe I'm gearing this to people who are
like
very
DJs.
DJs, right?
Yeah.
But maybe I also need to open it up to people who don't listen to music as much. And I think that is something that you can only get when you get other people's opinion, and especially other
100%.
DJs. Like when you needed to get more technical feedback, who do you talk to, right? It's
100%.
it's ideal. So yeah, I don't believe in gatekeeping.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay. Now, do you? Let's say, I mean, we talked a little bit about both sides, like both your sides of work. If you were, let's say, both of them were the exact same pay, exact same opportunities, everything, would you now maybe take a break from DJing and work fully for Red Bull, or you're at the point where it's really a passion and that's why you're still in the game as a DJ?
Whoa.
Because that's what I feel. I'm not
question.
trying to get like deep, but I don't see passion in many DJs. Now, in like the one that I'm sitting beside and the ones that I'm boys with that know, you guys know. I know you got passion, bro. Talk about like your love and like passion for the industry.
So I was really grateful to be offered this position at this company, and I think what I do here, I've been doing it for a few years in a student role, and it's one of those things where even like that job, like when I started as a student, I found the job as a Snapchat ad.
Damn.
And I kid you not, I applied for a job not knowing I applied for a job.
Okay. Is that good? I don't know if that's a good thing, but I guess it turned out.
So I think at the end, when it said attach a resume, I'm like, what? I swiped up because I wanted a hat, and I'm a big hat guy. I wanted a hat with that logo on it specifically.
I've actually never seen you. I've seen your hair.
You've probably never seen me without a hat.
Yeah, you never
I'm
DJ
a
without a
hat
hat.
guy, bro.
Yeah,
Unless
DJ
I'm
without
riding my motorcycle, it's hard to have a hat. Yeah, no, I'm a hat guy. So, yeah, I wanted that hat really bad, and because I didn't see anyone else wearing them. And in this ad, I see there's 4 students with backpacks. They got T-shirts, they got hats, and I'm like, damn,
Fire.
let me get in on that. And I've realized it was a job, and then it became probably the best. It's honestly, if you look up best student job of the world, all over Instagram, you'll see other student marketeers. It's awesome. It's a crazy program.
It seems like it leads to great opportunities.
It was amazing. It was like one of those first actual, like, I guess you could say real jobs. And like it opened up doors to where I am today. And I'd say it's an interesting question you ask, because I'd say at the time when I got this job offer, I was in a difficult position because I was DJing. I had my residencies frequently.
Yeah.
I was not enjoying it anymore. I found
Yeah, you were
it.
telling me that. That's right.
It felt like a job, whereas like
cycle, right?
yeah, it's when a passion turns into constant like agony and like oh, I gotta go to work, or like oh my god, I forgot I worked tonight.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I realized like maybe I should have drawn the line a little bit
Okay.
sooner.
Okay.
But yeah, I got the call when I was at actually the day before we set up the festival. The day before the first day of the festival was when
Escapade
they
2021?
last year.
Oh, last year.
Okay. Yeah, that's when I started last July. It was amazing. I immediately left all my DJ residencies.
I was gonna say, yo, like, not very many DJs get you outside except for your boy
Yeah.
and Doomy.
To get you back into, I just want to clarify. So when you're in that room, they offered you like, what do you want to work towards with Escapade? What did you end up accepting with them?
That's a great question, actually. So
This guy's too interesting.
what I've been doing up until then, they called logistics.
Okay.
So I was on the logistics team.
Oh God.
That's the thing. I was like, I want to
That's so
clarify because there was
employed.
like so many like aspects. You're like 16.
Yeah.
And here's something. I was
Yeah,
like,
no, I
trying to-
get it.
I just want to
It's-
get
I
all.
feel like it's a massive
Job.
web that like it could be like so similar to me. I also don't know like to what extent I'm allowed to talk about any of my jobs. I like my job right now. There's like can't say much about. I can say I work for.
I was gonna say that's why I've been asking you a lot of DJ
I work
stuff.
for a marketing company. I would say, or like a beverage company.
Yeah.
I work in marketing. But yeah, I guess for Live Nation specifically, I'm a contractor. So I was working logistics, and that was the year where I said I don't really want to do logistics. I don't see a future in it. I don't see. I feel like I've gotten everything I can get out of it. I don't know if I can learn much more.
Okay.
And short of taking like a role with more responsibility, I asked if I could just switch over to the talent side completely, which is a pretty big ask because you can't really apply for that job. It's more of like an invite thing. And so they thought about it. They took it away. I think a big plus on my side is I'm a DJ. And so I kind of understood what exactly goes on behind the scenes. And even then, like after doing it, I had no idea how much you can learn from a role like that. It was really interesting. But so yeah, that for my first year, they said, we want you to do a split where you're half on for the talent team and you're half on for the logistics team. There's a shift in the way the logistics team was structured as well. So they want to make sure that by me leaving, not like I'm the biggest piece of the puzzle, not at all. They would just want to make sure that if they needed an extra set of hands that had a bit of experience, I would be around.
You'd be there. Okay.
Yeah, and so we did that. I'd say the guy that was managing that team was perfect. He didn't need any of my help, that's for sure. I think I went for one day to help them do some minor tasks, and I was just like, you guys seem to be, you got a good process here. Like this is exactly what you got to do to get the job done. So I focused more on the talent, which is where I wanted to be. I wanted to learn a lot about that. I learned so much about that.
That's probably where you meet the people, I guess, is in talent versus logistics.
You could make an argument. It depends. You can make the argument both ways. I wanted to know more about the management of artists.
Okay.
And so
That shit's so interesting.
Talent is exactly where you want to be for that.
So you know how much they be making and shit. Yo, how much did Dead Mouse make an Escapade right now?
I won't disclose.
Oh, obviously no. I would never ask. I wouldn't even ask you that on some personal shit because this is real life.
I don't get the whole that information. I hear about it word of mouth, but yeah, I'd say you get to learn a lot more about who these people are. You get to meet their teams, which is cool. And it's all like really good experience because you get to work with them. They're professionals. They do this all across the world. I'd say, like, again, I can't really disclose much about what the people ask. Like, if you ask me exactly what Shaq's rider is, I couldn't tell you. But I'd say in general, I found it's really interesting to see the people that do this full time. They have nutritionists, and so they have a very specific rider, and those are probably the worst people to shop for because I'm going to Whole Foods and saying like, hey, do you have like non-fat and no sodium ham? And yet it makes sense because if that's your life, you're getting on a plane, you're landing, you sleep in a hotel, and you're eating these foods. I think it's really easy to get that life of like you're eating fast food all the time.
Yep, I can agree. Coming from someone that only DJs, 100%.
Yeah, I think like it's.
I'm not touring. I'm talking about like just like DJing.
But you don't even need to be touring really. It's any sort of
a
job
lifestyle.
where you're on the move, and the fast food lifestyle is very easy to be part of.
The lean gut going right now. I gotta get in the gym.
Well, it's easy, right? It's so convenient. That's how they make all their money. But
Fast food, they call it.
You start to really get to respect the people that like that's their life, and so this is why, like, yeah, maybe they're making your life a little bit difficult because you need to find these very, very specific, like down to the brand and the SKU item.
Like red grapes for Kanye? Or what was it? Red M&M, sorry?
That story was from a rock band from the 80s. But yes, like it's and even then actually that's really interesting, and it's something that I think is very important too. If you have a rider, and I've read these riders, man, if like there was one rider for a very, you mentioned earlier, a very small portion that really didn't have much to do with the artist, but more the performance. And that rider was 15 pages long. And
yeah, they got it, bro.
And so, like that
My rider's gonna be 25.
I can't tell you what the band's name was, but one of their things was they needed a bowl of only red M&Ms, and they had a bowl of M&Ms, but they weren't only red. And I think the point being is when you have pyrotechnics, like the flames shooting up, if everything isn't read to the periods, to like all the parentheses, if any mistakes are made, it could be life or death. Like it could be life changing. If the pyro's pointed the wrong way by a certain amount of degrees, then it could shoot right where the
It's
artist
like Michael
is supposed to
Jackson's
stand.
career.
Damn.
Bro,
So
that was a
crazy.
pyrotechnic, Phil.
Right? So
That's some real shit, though. I didn't even know that.
and that's why it's just so important. And like, yeah, it sucks to be reading, especially those days where that's all you're doing is reading these riders. That's your job though, right? Like you're getting paid to read these riders, and it has to be exact. So I can only respect it. I think it's
Who has like the most last question for me? Who has the most difficult rider that you've seen, and who has the most like human, like, oh, this guy could live in Nepean with his rider?
I can't name names, but
Oh, really? Okay. My
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
I
But
was gonna ask you some famous people.
like industry, like within the industry, there's people where like there was one person.
Yeah,
that-
maybe name the item that was outlandish or something. Most outlandish
man.
thing, if you can.
No, I can't even name the item because I
No,
feel like
eh?
it could be a giveaway. But
Okay.
yeah, there was one person who I'd say they are just a bit of a pain to deal with. But I guess when you get to that level, like you can do whatever you want. Like you're that guy.
That's what they say, but like, bro, we're all human, man. Stop being dickheads. People stop being like Hollywood. Answer all your DMs. What are your thoughts on like DJs not answering DMs?
Oh man, I'm that guy though.
Oh, actually.
So
Yeah, I'm sorry to everyone.
Yeah, but you
that's
answer
DM'd
mine,
me.
bro. You answer.
I'm that guy. Unfortunately, if you look and this is an epidemic. Instagram has this thing where every now and then they'll not show my current DMs.
Yeah, it happens to me too.
By like chronological order.
Yeah,
They'll
sorry,
show
yeah.
accounts that I haven't interacted with for like 64 weeks or
Yes.
something in like my top 10. And so there's times where like people DM me and I don't immediately answer them, and then I lose it forever. And it's so embarrassing because
See them in person, you're like, oh.
well, not even that, but it's just like it's so unprofessional, and most of the times I'm professionally, it's just like personally, it's just, you're such a shitty person for not answering messages. I just look at a message and say like, yeah, I'll get that later. My favorite features ever, iMessage and Microsoft Teams both have, or Outlook, pretty much any email now, all have send laters. Because there's times where I'm up at like 4 a.m. and I'm looking, and that's when I'm reading these, and I can't send an email at 4 a.m. I'm not a maniac.
Are you?
So I schedule send.
Is that so? Question. I've actually, funny enough, I've sent some. Like, I think I've replied to maybe a DM from T Dot late at night, getting home from a gig.
Yep.
Would you say that is quote unquote unprofessional, or it depends on the relationship?
No, exactly. It depends on the relationship. If someone's texting me about like my day job, and I reply to them at 4:30 in the morning when I get home from a club, completely unprofessional, right?
Okay.
I don't want to set that precedent because I also want to keep it like I want to separate like my work life and personal life in a way. So,
Interesting.
it's not to excuse how bad I am at answering messages. Like
That's okay.
It's like
Well, stop asking for gigs anyways, so they're not going to be DMing you for any more.
It's one of those things though, where it's just like someone can send me a DM, which is like I read it, I'm like, that's important, I'm gonna get to it, and it's just so quickly goes away. It's
See, now I
Instagram.
feel better that you didn't answer my DM. I'm joking. I'm
Oh,
joking.
dog,
I'm
that
joking.
would suck.
Man, I was about to say I don't even
Dude.
think I saw your DM.
Dan,
Like,
should we put you on? Are we at? What time? How much?
Yeah, we have my one final thing. Can you disclose what your actual role is, your day to day with Escapade?
Escapade? Yeah, sure.
I'm still trying to like piece all the puzzles of your
yes.
life together. And
Yo,
Yo,
then
he's
I
smart
was
at
just
saying. He's
like-
smart at like wording his things. He's
I
smart.
am an artist relations manager or an artist
Valid.
liaison, depending on what exactly I'm doing at the time.
Just peep the IG bio. We'll put the link right here.
It's one of those things. I actually had to ask them for a title so I could put it in like my email signature. So when I was messaging, like,
Oh,
when
that
I
would be
was-
so lit.
well, because I got like an email when I was doing this festival, and when I'm emailing these like these tour managers, I'm just like, my email signature can't just be Love Carter, you know, like I can't just live, laugh, love Carter from
Yours
the
truly
Carter from
XOXO.
this festival's names team. Like, no, it doesn't make sense. So, an artist liaison is like pretty much the role of what I'm doing on the days of these festivals, and then that's pretty much like you are the contact between the festival and the talent team.
So you're really the, let's say, fuck,
Middle.
Let's
like
say,
middleman, kinda?
by chance, The Weeknd is the artist,
Yep.
and then he has his team. The
Yep.
team, you are Escapade to that team, if that makes sense. Like you are the representative in a sense.
whatever festival may be.
Yeah.
We'll name name specifically. Yeah. So if
So that's a very big role.
The
Like,
Weeknd would never go to Escapade if we want to be technical here. The Weeknd would only go to Blues Fest.
I'm not indulging.
he's like, fuck, The Weeknd's going to Escapade. It's a surprise. I'm joking.
Baby, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. Let's say you're hosting. I'd say it's easier to use examples that aren't real. Let's say you're having an Off the Decks festival, right?
Saturday.
One day. Sorry.
Off the Decks festival is bringing in the biggest DJ ever.
DJ Retrac.
Yeah.
No.
Curtis like, no.
Say
DJ Oviolium.
Sure.
Also no.
Perfect. Let's say OVO Liam is like the headliner for the Off the Decks festival. And so OVO Liam typically has like a team of people that will take care of him. Usually being like a tour manager at least. Yeah. And then that TM is going to be your point of contact. So some people like they have tour managers that their job is to answer all the emails from an office, and then they have a tour manager that actually shows up to the festivals and tours with them. But let's say you have OVO Liam and his manager, his name is Dan. And so Dan will be emailing me, and I'll be back and forth with him before and doing what's called like advancing. So if OVO Liam is an American citizen, then we need to make sure he has the permits to be working in Canada for this festival. Depending on what land you're on, you can get exemptions for tax purposes if it's indigenous land at times, or that's all. Like that's beyond my purview, but like there's all like little things that over time can add up, and like for like Americans, like at the end of the day, they need something to show on their 1099, and so that all that advancing back and forth is what like an artist relations manager would do. And then an artist liaison on the day of the festival, they'd be the ones that like greet the artists when they show up. They pull up in like their Escalades or
That's
whatever.
a dope job.
Show up, you bring them to their room, whether they have a dressing room, green room, suite, whatever. Bring them in, make sure everything's good, hospitality wise, everything they ask for is there.
And sorry, this would be your
any artist relations, but yeah, like so.
You're the first point of contact for.
Sure. Well, there's a whole team of people, so it's like divided up. If there's different stages,
smart at answering
there could be like a main stage, a secondary stage, a tertiary stage. Like there could be teams for each stage, and so yeah, like it's always there's never just one person. I'd say everything is always a big team of people that work together. But yeah, like that position, you're like, for lack of better words, you're almost babysitting. You're just making sure everything's perfect. Yeah. And if there's anyone that has any complaints, if there's anything wrong, like you are the person that they go to and make sure everything's good.
So there's pressure too.
Well, yeah, I mean,
of course, as any job is, not to like limit it, but
yeah, but like if I were the guy that like put together all the riders and one of the riders is wrong, that's my fault, right?
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. At least, well, yeah, you
so, like,
know now, of course.
Yeah, and like you got to put your hand up. So, I mean, if I put together the riders, I'd hope. In my experience, I don't think I've ever gotten riders wrong. I won't fact check that, but like I'm pretty sure my riders are pretty good. So yeah, that's like what the artist liaisons would do. It's like the day of, you show this. That's actually the people that would end up driving you around in the golf cart, for example. Okay. Like they're the ones that bring you around. And yeah, that's like making sure, because like if you're coming in from the U.S., like Liam wouldn't know much about Ottawa, so you got to make sure that there's a team that takes care of transport, make sure the hotels are already set in advance. Like there's a lot that goes into it that like I feel like the regular everyday person wouldn't necessarily think of, because
the people that are sitting in their basements in Barhaven, you know.
Well, it's a business, and like the deeper you get into it, you realize like, wow, you really need to count for everything, because you miss something that's just completely unprofessional. Right?
Yeah, so. And then people think that, okay, let's say the person just gets on stage, like that's it. It's like, no, there's an entire team that shows up.
It's
with that.
People don't get that.
The people that make music festivals specifically happen are some of the most incredible people.
I can't imagine.
Not like, not even biased. Like I'd say even from like my end with the stuff that I would do is nothing close to what some of these people, they're just, that's their lives.
Dude, quit tooting your own horn, bro.
They're some of these people just make this happen for a living, and it's so cool, because
it is cool. Honestly.
The thing that keeps me coming back, even if it's like I think that certain genres, their festivals are better. I'd say the Latin culture is all around very welcoming, along with like EDM. Whereas like hip hop, I didn't really enjoy that. I did that, and it didn't go very well. And I think it's just a different sort of culture, and I'd prefer a concert over a festival. I think a festival, there's only a certain kind of people that can show up on a stage that's not theirs, a set that they didn't build, and put a great performance out. Whereas DJ, like you said, it from the outside, it looks like it's just as easy as plugging and playing. But it's an easier show to put on in a stage that isn't yours, I'd say. Because that the reason is they have big teams that put together all this stuff in the background and make sure it's perfect every single time for all the viewers.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
That's a great detailed explanation. So if anybody is ever wondering what those two positions are, watch that right there. That was actually very descriptive.
And then,
I like that.
like,
I appreciate that.
Beyond festivals, like if
Most people just say, yeah, that's my job.
beyond festivals, like the people that are doing this for the festival, sure, but then there's also tour managers, and they're responsible for that specific artist, and they go across the world doing this very similar shows, but different venues, different equipment, different sets every single time, and they come and they'll be 4 a.m. programming the lighting, the lasers, the screens, everything, make sure it's perfect, and that's just like the attention to detail in EDM, especially, I think is super cool, and that's why they have such a loyal fan base. And then like hip hop, for example, I'd say I'll name drop because I feel like it's only a good thing to say. Jack Harlow showed up at 7 a.m. in Montreal to do a sound check, and that weekend his first ever movie was releasing, and he instead of like going to the premiere or anything, he has his friends over in his suite at his hotel, and they watched it there. But he showed up in the morning, did sound check, and the whole time, him and Corday actually both showed up early in the morning, did sound checks, perfected their performance, and again, maybe it's a little biased, shouted out the people working there because they appreciated the work that was going on around the whole festival. And then when their performances came, like you could tell they put the effort in and they got a lot out of it. Then there's some people that show up, like I won't name those people, but like they show up. Sometimes they show up late for their set, or they show up 5 minutes before their set. They get on the stage, they're not prepared at all. If they use auto tune, they're not in tune. The speaker layout on the stage isn't what it was at the last venue they were at. They didn't read their riders, and so now they don't understand that like it's a little different, or their in-ear monitor is dead. All of these things can be resolved with a practice run and a dry run, which I heavily believe in for any event. So. But yeah, like just not to ramble on about something so off topic, but
It's cool rambling.
there's
Though.
many teams.
You can keep rambling.
Now, like even when we talk, like you and I, we sidetrack a lot, but I find like, bro, it's all pretty useful information. You know,
Yeah.
can always
But
learn something from Retrac.
My one advice to you, bro, just if you're gonna run into somebody quick on the street, be like, oh, what are you doing these days, bro? Tell them that you're putting up the fences at Escapade. Just be like, rather than explain everything. I'm joking, but I'm just like, dude, because that's the thing is just like. That is such an interesting, like, complicated,
It's dope, bro.
freaking job like that.
Maybe,
I
yo,
think everything I've ever done, to be honest with you, aside from like I think DJing is probably one of the easiest things. But oh yeah, DJ. Everything else I've ever done, it's just like I can give you my position name, but it's only gonna raise more questions.
100%.
And you're never gonna really understand unless I gave you like a deep dive. This is my day to day.
yo, should we do a day in the life with Retrac one day,
Vlog it.
Maybe, yeah.
bro? Spinny's on his content shit, bro. You know me.
Maybe yeah.
One day, bro.
If it depends on what day. Maybe one day I'll just be in the office all day writing emails. One day I could be doing events, and if you catch me on a weekend, might be in bed.
Gaming.
Like,
Yeah, me too.
yeah, man. I don't know.
My weekend is like Monday, Tuesday. Those are usually my DJ today. But like my days off are usually Monday, Tuesday. That's what
this
I
guy, A1 DJ. He took a weekend day, his weekend.
Yeah,
to DJ for us.
That's
That was
one
amazing.
thing. What
guy
are your
came
thoughts
through.
on? Actually, I'm not gonna ask another question. I'll ask this off camera. Sorry. One last thing. Put you on. Dan,
Yes.
explain. Put you on to Retrac.
Put you on. My new favorite saying. We're doing this to get people out of their Barhaven basements that keep calling
Specifically
Ottawa.
Barhaven. Shout out
Specifically
Theo.
Barhaven. Orleans too. We're gonna call you out too. Nepean, I don't care. I'm coming for you. Get out of your bed. Get out of your basement right now. Listen to what he's gonna tell you. So we try to suggest to people, hey, get out of your house. Ottawa's not boring. Go try this. Whether it be an art show, whether it be a fashion show, whether it be just a museum that you like, a favorite park. What's something that in Ottawa you want to put them on? Could be even just something a favorite restaurant, something that they just need to go out of their house and actually go do. Stop calling Ottawa boring.
Damn, you're about to make me reveal my secrets. So, this is where I would gatekeep. I live in Canada, so very easy for me to also not leave my house. Aside from Crazy Horse, you can imagine not really much going on there. But I'd say, man, I have a ton of spots I could drop for you. First date spot, if you want to make an impression, worked for me. So take some advice here. Everyone knows about Tavern on the Hill, right? Like, I think that's a very well-known...
I'm actually going there after this podcast.
Yeah, I feel like Tavern on the Hill is always, like, very well-known. And, like, especially in high school, I think that was, like, a thing. People would go to Tavern on the Hill.
Yeah, for the hot dogs and, like, Aperol... Well, not Aperol Spritz, because we're obviously in high school, but the hot dogs.
Yeah, whatever works.
Yeah.
I feel like a lesser-known tavern is Tavern on the Falls. You guys been there before?
Yes, sir.
Shout.
Tavern, I don't know if it's on the falls or by the falls.
Shout.
That tavern at sunset
Ooh, I was just about to say.
gives you a view of the sunset with a beautiful waterfall on the side. And like depending on when you go, I find it's one of those spots where like it could be packed or it could be a sick vibe. I think at the time too, when I'm thinking about this, they had like that fake turf floor and then the string lights. And I think that to me was like, yo, this is a vibe. I haven't been in a while, but that if I've ever recommended anything to my boys who are like trying to make an impression, that's always been my number one
100%. I
recommendation.
can't think of a girl like not falling in love with you if you took her there. You know, I feel like it's one of those places where it's just like
It's a good place.
it's a beautiful place.
It's
Fall in love
Sunset,
at Tavern on the
oh
Falls.
my god.
I'd also say like even it, and this is kind of contingent on you having a car, like a mode of transport, but like get outside of Ottawa a little bit and explore. A lot of beautiful small places that you can find
Where's that hiking place everyone goes to? The trail.
out in Gatineau.
Yes.
Yeah,
one.
that's not bad. But like the Gatineau Hills are massive. Like even if you don't want to take a picture at that lookout, like you can just go for a beautiful hike. If you go in the fall, the
Facts.
leaves are changing, right? The leaves are falling. Everything's red.
It's one thing I've actually, don't diss. I've actually never went on a hike.
It's one of those things, man. Where
I'll
like,
have to try.
it's
No, I'm gonna
peaceful,
tap in. I'm gonna
like,
tap into hikes. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tap in.
I'm gonna just because probably by the time this episode's released, might be summertime, might be even closer to fall time. Who knows? But Mackenzie King Estate, go there. It's in the Gatineau Hills. Beautiful, beautiful spot. Go check it out. Check out something Canadian historical. Cute little first date spot. You know, it's old Prime Minister's personal estate. So go check that out.
Yo, he actually
One of
he might
another
have given
1,000 things.
The deepest cut. I'd say that was the deepest cut. Put you on for sure. No one's cut that like went that deep into their thought. That's crazy.
That one, I'm telling you, like that's the one I usually gatekeep. I guess it's out in the world now. But it worked well for me. I gotta say it.
Yo, that's a spot.
I'm
All
one
the
for one on
taverns
that
are
one.
gas. Gallery's a bit expensive, but Falls and Hill are a shout.
That was awesome. Where I've been meaning to go is Stolen Goods. I can't speak from experience. I can only say I've only heard good things.
Yeah,
And
they're
the
down the
people,
street from Rabbit.
Yeah, the people that talk about stolen goods, I value their opinions quite a bit. And I think if you were to ask someone a great cocktail bar to go when they're going out and chilling, it's a bartender. Like they have all the knowledge. So that's on the list for sure.
Okay, so
Stolen
we
Goods.
got Stolen Goods and Tavern on the Falls.
Yeah.
All right. And if you don't have a shorty, just go with your boys, bro. No cap.
Hell yeah. I'm not gonna say names, but I took him. It's just like, man, this is the most romantic spot that I've ever been to.
A dinner with the bros
Yeah, bro.
is actually some of the most peaceful thing. Like anything with the bros,
Just broing
honestly.
out. Just broing
Date
out, you know?
nights with the bros.
Bro,
doing date night stuff
Are you
with
an
the
avid,
bros.
are you a spa
Great.
day with the bros kind of guy?
Ooh.
I was asked that question and I was like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Spa day with the bros.
Nice
Sauna with the
sweaty
bros.
sauna with the
Right?
boys.
Sauna with the bros. Never did a spa day though. I feel like the bros would be so down for a spa day.
No, I
though.
feel like CR would hop on a spa day, bro. No cap.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Shout out, by the way, shout out
spa
CR.
days for sure.
When are you coming on this podcast, man? Come on.
I think
ACR.
Hey, CR.
spa day
Also,
with the
shout out
bros.
for making. I'll say this: of all beats ever produced, I swear a lot has to be one of my favorite beats ever produced.
Oh, now we're just glazing.
No, it's
I'm
true, though.
playing.
Prove it
I'm
out.
playing. I'm playing.
Every time I play,
Yeah,
it,
they
I'm
don't
just
know
like,
about the beat. They don't know about the beat that I still haven't heard yet.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
we're not talking about that.
Oh
We're not
man,
talking
that's a
about that.
crazy one.
I'm talking about
Before we
that.
segue again, but because I can talk to this guy for 3 hours, I have so much I want to talk about.
Yeah, real shit.
But thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Retrac.
Been,
This is fun.
My God,
It's been an
appreciate
absolute
you.
pleasure. Hold Fueled by
that's
Red
amazing.
Bull. Thank you so much. Because
Maybe you'll see this guy if you're, outside at some festivals this year.
Fact.
Yeah.
Are you usually?
hopefully.
Yeah, you're usually like on site while they're happening, right?
You don't usually see me. The
Ah,
goal is not
mysterious
the,
guy.
the goal is not to
If
be
you see
seen.
him at the festival, he's probably very fucking busy.
Okay.
If you see me, I might have yeah. I want to say hi. I don't want to.
He has good intention.
You know what? Honestly,
Just
too,
like his DMs, he has
I-
good intention.
Yeah, he-
Oh
Guys,
my god, no! It's just like the DMs. Every year, I promise my friends like, "Yo, come, I'll say hi, I'll bring you XYZ," and then they text me, they call me, and it never goes through. Like, I'll message back after the festival, like at night at the after party from the after party, like, "Yo, slide to Aaliyah for the after party." And that's when I get hit with it, bro. We left 2 hours ago.
That's
You
what it
didn't
is.
answer me.
That sounds so
My
oddly
bad, man.
specific. So sorry to whoever that
Bad
was.
man. Nah,
Man.
I'd say unfortunately there's a few people, but they're all the bros. They
Yeah, and
understand.
the real ones will understand, right?
100%.
The real ones certainly understand for sure.
But yeah, we're off the Decks podcast. Check out his Instagram.
Yeah,
We'll plug it.
at
And
DJ Retrac.
as per always, thank you so much for actually sticking around, listening to the end of the episode. Friends, family, I don't care who you are, friends of his, family of
All the
us.
followers, subscribers.
Thank you
for
so
real,
much.
man.
All the spinners, we'll try to get that going. Who
I don't
knows
know.
what
I
will
don't
ever
really.
go wrong.
I don't know if I like that nickname.
Spinner.
Make a nickname
Spinner
for-
works, but like I don't know if spinners is like ringing good. I don't know.
Spinner. Yeah, I guess you'd
Spinner.
be a spinner.
Spinners fire.
Should
though.
be
Like
spinners.
if a fidget, actually, you know what? Fidget spinner. Yeah, we could say it. We'll call.
I'd
we'll call them
say
spinners.
also got to shout out these two wonderful gentlemen right here
Thank
putting
you,
all this
man.
on.
Thank you, man.
I've never seen someone come to set up a podcast so swiftly and simply. I feel like
Pop a pod, bro.
man, pop a pod. I feel like this is like a generational appearance. Yeah, you guys, I think this is something really cool. You bring a lot of fun people on, and hopefully
Thank you,
maybe I can pull some strings to get you guys some more.
Hey, man.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Ottawa,
Retrac.
we're doing this
Appreciate
for you. I'm hoping by the time this episode drops, our following's growing. We're just trying to highlight the individuals of Ottawa.
Hundo.
We're just trying to make this a little bit better. So hopefully, episode by episode, share with your friends. You know, if you like the episode, tag us. Let us know. We respect any support. So thank you for sticking along.
Every like, every comment, I mean, not every subscribe. I guess the one subscribe you can give, but every subscription.
It costs nothing to support your friends.
Part 2.
Absolutely nothing.
It's free.
It is free to support your friends.
Even and one thing I'll say, the stuff how content I guess gets shared the most is the reposting. Reposting, like let's say if you were to post a video of you doing a scratch routine, me posting it is giving it more of an algorithm. Or however you
Hit
wanna
save
call
on
it.
IG.
Oh, that too.
Honestly,
Yes.
yeah, man. We didn't even tap into the work I did in
Okay.
social media marketing before.
Oh, damn.
Hit save.
No, we're gatekeeping that. No,
hit
we're gatekeeping everything
save
else.
on IG. I promise you, you never look back into your save. It's not that deep. One extra video does nothing. You can make a
Facts.
completely separate folder for just helping promote friends' content.
Okay, so that
Right?
little
The
thing
little
that looks
save
like
button, yeah,
a
the
flag.
far
yeah,
right, yeah, the
Okay.
saves. You save that, man. That's doing explore page numbers. When you get enough saves, people save it. They want to look back at it, so the algorithm pushes it to new people. Yeah,
I'm finally signing off. Spinny, I'm saying it right now. We need in the future DJ Retrac Part 2 episode.
100%.
I was like, there's too much on
It
you
was
to ask.
hard to
There's
get
not
this
enough
one,
time.
We're
So
just gonna chop it up
I'm
with them next
cutting
time.
off this podcast production at the moment.
Yeah, no cap.
Follow for Part 2, and eventually we'll do another episode with them. Peace.
Peace.